Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Viva Barca, where we discuss on the latest transfer news. We start with out of favor defender Eric Garcia, as it has been reported that Barca are open to selling the player, as they are ready to accept a price of 10 million euros, or if possible, a loan deal. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking on this other transfer news, claiming that Barcelona have taken an interest after signing this Senegalese player Mikhail Faye from this Zagreb club. It has been reported that Barca are also interested in another African talent in the form of Ibrahim Afolabi Oseni. We are also going to be discussing on that. So guys, as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Stuck in a financially dire situation, Barcelona will have to reduce their wage bill for over 200 million euros ahead of this summer window. They evidently have a plan in place to raise money and have already received the green light from La Liga over their financial viability plan. There are already a fair few players on their exit shortlist, with the likes of Ansu Fati and Ferran Torres headlining it. Frank Kessie and Rafinha are also in the news, with a lesser chance of leaving though. Another player that keeps making the rounds in the departure list is Eric Garcia, even though several reports have claimed that he's not untouchable by Xavi. However, according to a recent report relayed by Spanish outlet AS, Barca are considering selling Eric Garcia this summer. Garcia was the first choice centre-back for Barca through the opening stages of last season before Andres Christensen won over the spot. Marcos Alonso also trumped the Spaniard as the campaign went on. His place in the team next season will even be more complicated, with Inigo Martinez set to join Barcelona on a free transfer from Athletic Club. As such, he has been declared a transferable asset by the club. Inter Milan are interested in signing Eric Garcia, and Barcelona would accept an offer in the region of 10 million euros. Having signed him for free, Barca are set to profit when he leaves at any amount. The Italian giants are also considering a loan signing and taking over his entire wages for next season. It could potentially also carry on an option to buy him permanently. Eric Garcia has lost his place in the Spanish national team as well. At the age of just 22, he needs to play regularly in order for him to earn a spot back. The final decision understandably rests on the coaching staff, who could look to use him as a pivot if they cannot sign any player. Of course, the future of Eric Garcia remains uncertain, as the player has been linked quite a good number of times this summer, understandably, as he has not featured regularly last season under Xavi, as Barca have gotten better defenders, and because of that, Eric Garcia have had no place, with many Barca fans themselves wanting the club to sell him. And of course, we quite remember he left Man City to Barca as a free agent, so Barca are pushing hard to sell him, and they are saying 10 million euros will be enough, because whatever amount even comes, even if it's something less than the 10 million, is still recorded as net profit for the player, considering that he was bought for free. But Barca are also open to a loan. If a club comes to loan him, they'll sell him, but with an option to buy included in the loan clause. So as it stands right now, I think Eric Garcia will be pushed further in the pecking order, as Inigo Martinez from Athletic Club is likely to join the club as a free agent. So I don't see the need keeping Eric Garcia in a time when Barca need to offload some of these players and remove their salaries off the books in order to comply for the financial fair play in La Liga, and to also ensure that player registration will be smooth. I think Barca will start considering players sales seriously, and so far Barca haven't sold any player yet, but I think that the moment will come when players will be going one by one, especially when Barca will start needing to registering the new signings, because we quite remember Barcelona signing players have always been an issue, and registering them is even more an issue. And definitely players can't be registered if there isn't enough space in the wage bill. And of course, by so doing, selling players become very, very um, necessary in order to do that. Eric Garcia honestly should be right up there in the list if they want to sell players because he has not been contributing a lot. Xavi even tried to use him towards the back end of La Liga season when Barca had already won La Liga. But the players did not, it did not even do well to convince the manager that he should be playing more regularly. To the extent when Xavi said he should try him playing the pivot role because in training, Xavi said Eric Garcia was also good as a pivot. And honestly speaking, even playing that pivot role, Eric Garcia did not do well there. So where can Eric Garcia play and why should the club give Eric Garcia more game time? Which means the best decision is to sell him. There are other players that have been little useful to Javi and definitely their names have been up for sale. Players like Lenglet Umtiti, Sejino Des, especially those players who have been out on loan, are more likely to leave the club. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. After securing the signing of Senegalese talent Mikhail Faye from NK Zagreb earlier this month, it appears that Barca have taken an interest in another African talent in the form of Ibrahim Afolabi Osheni. These claims come from Mundo Deportivo, who go on to report that the 17-year-old playmaker could travel to Europe to have trials at Barcelona as well as Villarreal. Oseni did his training at Barca Academy in Lagos, Nigeria, and is currently a free agent after having parted ways with Joy Cometh Football Club. The 17-year-old attacking midfielder is capable of playing on both flanks and has already had trials at several European clubs earlier this year. Indeed, Oseni has had short spells on trials at Levante, Leganes, and Sabadell in Spain, while he's also spent some time with Ukraine outfit Dnipro. With a return to Europe very much on the cards, the 17-year-old could have trials at Barcelona as well as Villarreal, who are said to be competing for his signing. The Catalan Giants have been working hard to strengthen the youth and the subsidiary ranks with young talent with potential so as to produce stars for the future from within the club. And Oseni would be another step in that direction, provided that La Liga champions are successful in capturing his services. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please endeavor to subscribe so you always stay up to date with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye-bye.